Class 7, we are going to do the exercise work of the lesson. Complete the exercise work of the lesson today. Let us see. You can take a screenshot of the page of the poem. Okay, let us come to the exercise part of the poem. I know that I have already done it in the lessons, yet we are going to conclude this lesson. Once again, we are checking the work which we have done from the exercise part of the poem, A Night with a Wolf. See the glossary section. Here you have 3 new terms to know. First one is belated. It is an adjective form of the word meaning delayed or being late. Second one is rafter, noun form of the word. Here it means high branches of a tree. Next, boughs. It is also noun form. Here the meaning is large branches of a tree. Read the poem. About the poem, read to understand. Answer these questions first. What 3 things does the storyteller mention to show that danger was close at hand on the night when he was lost? So you have to find out the 3 things that the storyteller mentioned to show that danger was close at hand. The answer you can see in the 3rd stanza of the poem. Okay? The wild men. Second one is wolves in the forest. And the third one is bears in the bush. Okay? Question number B. What were the 2 things that protected him from the rough weather? Can you say the answer? Come to the 5th stanza of the poem. Here you can see the 2 things that protected the narrator from the rough weather. First one is large branches of tree. Second one is sheltering rock. Okay? These are the 2 things that protected him from that rough weather. Okay? First see, little one, be not frightened. It is a quoting from the poem. What do you think had alarmed the child? What do you think had alarmed the child? So, where is this part in the poem? Can you not say? Come to the last stanza of the poem in the first page. Page number 19. 7th stanza. Little one, be not frightened. I and the wolf together, side by side through the long, long night, hide from the awful weather. Okay, can you say the answer? what do you think had alarmed the child? The child got alarmed when he heard that his father and would spend the long night together, sitting side by side, hiding from the bad weather or awful weather. Okay. First D, caught the lion, in which the father tell the child that it is safer to be inside the house rather than outside it on a stormy night. Okay, you have to quote the lines which express this idea from the poem. Can you not say? Find out. Come to the last stanza of the poem. Darling, kiss me in payment. Hark, how the wind is roaring. Father's house is a better place when the stormy rain is pouring. This is the quotings of that particular statement. Okay, students, please take a screenshot of the page. So I am reading the page for you. A night with a wolf. Questions and answers. First, answer this question. A. What 3 things does the storyteller mention to show that danger was close at hand on the night when he was lost? Okay. The 3 things that the storyteller mentioned were: first, wild men; second, wolves in the forest; third, bears in the bush. Bush is the, what do you mean bush? Bush is small plant. Okay. B. What were the 2 things that protected him from the rough weather? Okay. Answer. The 2 things that protected him were: first, large branches of tree; second, sheltering rock. Okay. The answer is over. Third question. Little one, be not frightened. What do you think had alarmed the child? The child got alarmed when he heard that his father and would spend the long night together, sitting side by side, hiding from the bad weather. Okay, or awful weather. Full stop. First D, question. Caught the lion, in which the father tells the child that it is safer to be inside the house rather than outside it on a stormy night. Answer. Darling, kiss me in payment. Hark, how the wind is roaring. Father's house is a better place when the stormy rain is pouring. Okay. Next question, part 2. Answer this question with reference to the context. A and B, only 2 questions are there. I have already done it. I hope you got the answer. Okay, see it. If you not get the answer, just take a screenshot of the page. 2. Question number 2. Answer these questions with reference to the context. A. Quoting, little one, come to my knee. Hark how the rain is pouring over the roof in the pitch dark night, and the wind in the woods a roaring. First reference. These lines have been taken from the poem A Night with a Wolf, written by Bayard Taylor. It is from class 7 Moonbeam textbook. Full stop. Okay, then come context. The speaker draws the attention of the child to tell him a story of the speaker in a similar night when the rain was pouring and the wind was roaring. Okay, it is the context of this particular portion from the poem. There you have questions to answer. First, who is the speaker here and who is the little one? Answer is, the speaker here is the father and the little one referred to his child. Okay. Question number 2. What does the speaker bring to the little one attention? Answer is, the father draws the child's attention to the rain pouring over the roof. He also makes the child listen to the roaring winds. Full stop. Okay, third one. Do you think the wind can actually roar? Which figure of speech is being used here in order to talk about the wind? Okay, the answer is no, the wind cannot really roar, is it not? Personification is used here to talk about the winds. Which figure of speech has spoken by the poet here in order to describe the moving wind? Personification. It is a literary technique which a poet use, and sometimes narrators also use, that you will encounter in the next lesson. Okay, you will see personification in the next lesson. Okay, here the answer is, I am repeating the answer, the wind cannot roar. You might have heard about the roaring of lion. Wind cannot roar. Personification is used here to talk about the winds. Okay, the answer is over. Question B. His sweat foot pressed against me. Each of us warmed the other. Each of us felt in the stormy dark that beast and man was a brother. Okay, reference of this quoting. These lines have been taken from the poem A Night with a Wood, written by Bayard Taylor from class 7 English literature textbook Moonbeam. Full stop. Context. In the poem, a father shares his forest life experience with his son, during the stormy night in the midst of blowing wind and heavy rain, he saw a wolf lay down beside him where he began to hide himself, this is the context of these lines. Full stop. Okay, then come the first question. Who is the speaker talking about in these lines? The answer is, the speaker is talking about the wolf in these lines. Okay, Then second question. What is he talking about? Answer is, he is telling his son about an encounter with a wolf. What is he speaking about? He is telling his son about an encounter with a wolf. Okay. Then the third question. See, this is the third question. Explain the line that beast and man was a brother. It should be in inverted comma because that is a quotation from the poem. Okay, the answer is in this line, comma, the poet want to convey that in the face of any calamity, comma, people put aside their differences and work as one. Full stop. This is the answer. Then comes the discussion part. B. Discuss. Do you think that feelings of hostility can be overcome when people are faced with a common problem? Give a reason for your answer. Can you think of any such example of a bond of friendship formed during time of danger and difficulty? Okay. Can you not discuss about it? In our current context, you see everywhere in India, even outside of India, all over the world, people are facing one common threat. What is that? See, during this midst of a common problem, can they not leave the feeling of hostility and come together in order to work together for their survival? Okay, the answer is yes. Feeling of hostility can be overcome when people are faced with a common problem because they have the mutual motive, common purpose, aim of staying safe. Okay, students, please come to the C section of the question. Read to appreciate. Read this line from the poem. I think I have already discussed it in the class. No, in the previous video. Where the wild men watched and waited. Each highlighted word begins with the same sound. This repetition of sound at the beginning of words appearing close to each other is known as alliteration. Such repetition of sounds in a poem gives a musical quality to it. Here you studied another literary technique which poets use in their poems. What is that? Alliteration. So what is alliteration? Alliteration is repetition of sound at the beginning of words appearing close to each other. Okay? That is called alliteration. Why poet use alliteration in poem? The answer is repetition of sound in a poem gives a musical quality to it. A musical quality to it, to poem. Therefore, a poet uses the technique of alliteration in the poem. Read the poem once again and find other example of alliteration. Okay, here are some pair of words beginning with the same sound. Add another word to each pair to make meaningful phrases. Your word should begin with the same sound as the other two verses. So if you read this poem carefully, you can see some of the other alliterations used in the poem. I have found certain which I want to share with you. Here is winds in the wounds, winds in the woods, bear in the bush, prop of the pine tree, long, long night, falling forest, wild wet morning. Okay, the next one. Here are some pairs of words. See, beginning with the same sound. This also begin with the same sound. You have to do what? Add other word to each pair to make meaningful phrases. By adding another word to make this phrase, pair of words meaningful phrases. In order to make meaningful phrases, you have to add another word to each pair of verses here. Your word should begin with the same sound as the other two words. Okay, first one wicked woman. B, two troublesome teammates. C, three thankful teenagers. D, four fantastic feebles. Four fantastic feebles. E, five frowning faces. 6 smiling skaters. Okay students, please take a screenshot of this page. This is the answer for the first and second questions of read to appreciate part. So the exercise part of the poem is over with here. You can take a screenshot of the third lesson, Ranikat gift. Meanwhile, you can go through this page. Okay, this is the second page of the lesson 3. Please watch the videos, and if you have any doubt, need more clarification in the Zoom class, you can ask. Thank you.